Welcome in. In this video, we're covering single arm propeller pivots. We're going to start off with a basic underhand side propeller. Start off in a hip width stance, soft knee bend, and secure the rope with a relaxed OK grip. For the underhand propeller pattern, the end of the rope is swinging upwards in front of you. Get an easy spin going in one arm, and then as the end of the rope is rising up in front of you, allow your arm to drift across your midline and pass the rope over to your other hand. Feel this basic propeller spin as a light but total body movement. It's not just your arm creating the motion, but it's the coordinated effort of your wrist, shoulders, spine, and even your lower body. Next, we'll keep the propeller going and add in pivot turns. Begin in your underhand side propeller, then rotate 90 degrees to the same side of the rope. That brings you into a front propeller, then pass the rope off into the other hand, rotate 90 degrees the other way, and then you'll end up in an overhand side propeller. So you can see this pivot turn is already building a link between the underhand and overhand patterns, but now let's take a little bit closer look at the overhand side propeller. Once again, feel how you can get your whole body involved in the propeller spin. Stay relaxed and find the rhythm. Once you feel comfortable with the basic spin, start playing around with the handoff. As the end of the rope is coming up to the 12 o'clock or overhead position, that's when your arm begins to drift across the midline and pass the rope off over to your other hand. There's a slight diagonal pull as the rope crosses your body, and you'll notice a subtle weight shift to the side that you're passing to. From your overhand propeller, rotate 90 degrees towards the rope to come to a front propeller, then rotate 90 degrees the other direction, passing the rope off into your other hand. You're now facing the opposite direction with the rope spinning in an underhand propeller. So far, we've looked at the underhand and overhand side propeller, the handoff, and the pivot turn. Now your challenge is to seamlessly integrate these techniques to navigate a 360-degree turn. When we're focusing on flow, it's always my preference to guide you to find the fluidity within your movements as easily as possible. So really the most important piece of advice I can give you at this point is to not overthink it. Simply start off feeling the rhythm of the simple side propeller. Sense the rope spinning next to you and then gradually rotate your body to face the rope. You change your orientation, but the rope stays spinning in the same plane. Allow yourself to be here in the front propeller for a moment while you pass the rope off into your other hand. Then when you're ready, gradually begin to rotate your body to face the other direction and notice how the rope has shifted from the underhand to the overhand pattern or vice versa. Next, we'll look at the propeller pivots from a different angle. I start by facing the camera with a front propeller going, then pass the rope off to my other hand, rotate my body and transition into an overhand side propeller. Rotate back, pass the rope into my other hand, rotate, and that brings me right into an underhand side propeller. As I get more comfortable with the movement and the rhythm, I can make the pivot transition more quickly. As we get deeper into the rope flow instruction, we're going to talk more about cardinal directions in terms of which way we're facing and how the rope is spinning. The side propeller pivot turn allows me to start off facing north and then smoothly rotate my body to face south. When I rotate my body just 90 degrees, the side propeller becomes the front propeller and I'm oriented towards facing either east or west. Mastering the propeller pivot is going to be a key part in building your foundation of rope flow, so this has been a quick but hopefully helpful guide to get you started. The best way to learn is through practice, so grab your rope and get spinning, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.